Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're diving into something I think we can all relate to.
Yeah.
Keeping that spark alive in our relationships.
Hmm.
Even when life feels like, well, a never-ending to-do list.
Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
so easy to get caught up in the day-to-day
Right.
and kind of forget to, I don't know, prioritize our partners.
Yeah, it's a real juggling act these days, isn't it?
It is. Work, kids, errands, that side hustle you're trying to launch.
It's no wonder relationships sometimes end up on the back burner.
Totally.
Yeah.
But the good news is, even when things are crazy,
Yeah,
even small, consistent efforts can make a huge difference, right?
that's so true. Even small things can make a big difference.
So that's what we're digging into today. We're talking about practical, actionable steps to keep that passion alive,
I like it.
even when juggling a million things. We're looking at this article. 5 tips for maintaining passion when life gets busy.
Okay, good stuff.
And the first tip, I have to admit, when I first saw it, it made me chuckle a little. Schedule intimate time.
Oh, yeah. I see how that could sound a little.
Right, like who wants to plan romance?
Yeah, exactly. It sounds a little clinical, doesn't it?
Totally.
Yeah.
But what are your thoughts? Is it really necessary to schedule that time?
Well, yeah, I get why it seems unromantic, but think of it this way. You wouldn't just hope to fit in an important meeting at work, would you?
No, definitely not.
You put it on the calendar, right?
Right.
Relationships deserve that same level of respect and importance.
That's a great point. It's about being intentional, right? We schedule everything else.
Right.
So why not prioritize dedicated time for connection with our partner?
Exactly. It's just about making it a priority.
It doesn't have to be this big elaborate thing, right?
No, not at all.
Even blocking out 30 minutes to just chat without distractions can be huge. What do you think?
Absolutely. Even just that small amount of time can do wonders. Creating that space where you can truly focus on each other.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes you might even find that scheduled time actually leads to more spontaneous connection throughout the week, too.
Oh, interesting. So it's like it primes the pump.
Yeah, exactly. It kind of reminds you of what you might be missing.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
Building on that idea of connection.
Yeah.
The next tip is all about keeping things playful.
Okay, yeah, fun.
What I really liked about this one is it's really just about remembering to have fun together.
Mm-hmm.
Like, remember what drew you to each other in the first place.
Right, exactly. So like going back to those early days of dating.
Yes. And the article emphasizes that it doesn't have to be these big, over-the-top gestures.
No, not at all.
Little things go a long way, right?
Exactly. Little things can make a big difference. Like a little flirting, inside jokes, even just a playful nudge while you're making dinner.
There's those little reminders that, hey, this is supposed to be fun.
Yeah, relationships should be enjoyable.
Exactly. Okay, this next tip really stood out to me. Regular emotional check-ins.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
It seems simple enough on the surface,
It does. It seems pretty straightforward.
but I could see how it would be really easy for those conversations to become superficial.
Yeah, you can get stuck in a rut.
Totally.
Yeah.
How was your day? Fine, how was yours?
Right, exactly. It just becomes routine.
So how do we make sure those check-ins are actually meaningful?
It's about going deeper than just surface level, right?
Mhm.
Ask open-ended questions that encourage real vulnerability and sharing.
Okay, like what? What kind of questions?
Instead of how was your day, try something like what's been on your mind lately? Or what are you looking forward to this week?
Oh, I like those. Those get to something more.
Yeah, it's about getting to the heart of things.
It makes me think about how important it is to really be present during those conversations too, right? Put the phones down,
Yes, put the phones away.
make eye contact, actually listen to what the other person is saying.
Being present both physically and mentally, because here's the thing. People grow and change over time.
Yes.
And those regular check-ins,
Yeah.
they help us stay in tune with who our partner is becoming and what they're going through.
That's so important. It's so easy to, I think, to assume we know our partner,
Yeah, you can get complacent.
especially if we've been together for a while.
Right, exactly.
But people change, and we need to make space for that and allow each other to evolve.
Absolutely. It's about growing together, not apart.
Love that. Okay, next up is a tip that really resonated with me.
Okay.
Daily acts of affection.
I like this one.
This one really stuck with me because it highlights just how powerful those small gestures can be.
Yeah, they really are.
Why is that, do you think? Why are those small acts of affection so important?
Well, think of it this way. Every touch, every I love you, every compliment, no matter how small,
Yeah.
it's like a deposit into the emotional bank account of your relationship. These little things reinforce that bond
Okay.
and remind you both of the love and appreciation that's there.
I love that analogy, the emotional bank account, because it's like making those deposits so that when you have those inevitable moments where maybe you're withdrawing a little more than usual, there's
Exactly.
still something there.
Exactly. You have something to draw on.
It's so important. It's like even on those crazy busy days when you barely have time to think, those small moments of affection can be so grounding.
Yeah, they can really center you, remind you what's important.
Okay, last but definitely not least,
Right.
trying new things together.
Oh, yes, this is a good one.
Why is it so important, especially in terms of keeping the passion alive, to step outside of that comfort zone as a couple?
Well, novelty is like fuel for a relationship. It brings back that excitement, that sense of adventure, that feeling of discovery. Remember the early days of your relationship when everything was new and exciting.
Yeah.
Trying new things together helps you tap back into that energy.
It injects that freshness back into things.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It helps to keep things from getting stale or routine.
Yeah, it prevents that monotony from settling in, which I think we can all relate to that feeling a little bit.
Right. It happens to the best of us.
And it doesn't have to be anything crazy, right?
No, not at all. Like, it could be as simple as trying a new restaurant, or taking a different route on your evening walk, or checking out a documentary on something you've both always been curious about.
It's such a good reminder that it really is the little things,
Yeah.
maintaining that spark.
It really is. It doesn't have to be complicated.
It doesn't have to be this huge, overwhelming, burdensome task. Small, consistent actions
Small things consistently.
can make a world of difference. So I'm curious, to everyone listening, what's one small step you're feeling inspired to take today? What can you do today to add a little more spark to your relationship?
Yeah, think about that.
We'd love to hear from you.